Hey guys, Aqua Duelist here, and I'm bringing you Daedalus Turbo. You can send one face-up Umi you control to the graveyard, destroy all other cards in the field, which is an okay effect if you're going second. However, that is not what we are worried about. Its next form, however, is what we are focused on. Ocean Dragon Lord Neo Daedalus. This card can only be special summoned by attributing one Levia Dragon Daedalus. You can send one Umi you control to the graveyard, send all cards on both players' hands and field to the graveyard except this card. The idea here is that you rip your opponent's entire hand turn 1, and turn 2 they are essentially top decking. However, this puts you at a disadvantage as well, because now you are also top decking, but you only have Daedalus in the field. That's when the new field spell for the Deep Sea archetype comes into play. It is treated as Umi, and on activation, you can stack any water monster to the top of the deck. So, if you were to make a combo to drop Neo Daedalus onto the field, you can then end your combo by activating the Deep Sea field spell, and stack Deep Sea Diva. Diva can summon any level 3 or lower sea serpent monster from the deck. This lets you make Halka-Fibrax. Halka-Fibrax will summon a tuner, make Auroradon. Now you can make a full combo, ending on Auroradon, any level 7 synchro, in this case I use Dragster, and Daedalus. But you also get a spare token that lets you pop one card using Auroradon's effect. So you pop the card they set. This will also give you over 3,000 for game. So first things first, this can play around hand traps. It is not effective at it. It can play around impermanence perfectly. It runs mid-breaker field. It can run around various other hand traps. It has Called by the Grave. It has Called by the Grave. It can run through its resources very effectively in many situations. However, it will not play through Nibiru. I'm sorry ahead of time. You can try. There are plenty other boards that you can make through this. You could even add any other cards. You can make Dweller. You can make the rank 7 for Mermails. It's a good disruption. You can make Dragster, Herald. You can make Appaloosa with 4 materials. It's not perfect, but there are other options if you can't get the combo going. And the combo is pretty straightforward. And I'll show you in this next clip a basic setup. There's a lot of little nooks and crannies here and there, but overall, it starts out the same way. And the card you don't want to draw is Deskbot 1. You can put it back in the deck with Saryuja, however, if you feel the need to make it, which you probably will about 50% of the time. And there's also the Garnet that is the equip spell for Mermails that negates traps. This negates impermanence, but if you draw it, you can't search it off Abyss Mermail Megalo. That means that you can't get the free +1. You can use it. It is not technically a brick, but it's really helpful if you were to search it later for that extra bonus and advantage. Okay, so that's the deck. I would show you more, honestly, but it's kind of a one-trick pony at some point. It's all the same. I would show you more, honestly, but it is all honest. I would show you more. I would show you more replays, but it's really a one-trick pony. This deck only can do so much and go so far. I decided to do more of a turn 1 version. You can probably make a grindy version, but, you know, relying on Daedalus as your win condition, if you're building a deck around him, probably isn't as reliable. When Mermails can search cards like Moulin Glacier to pull 2 from your hand instead of, you know, the whole thing. I felt this was an interesting take on a very old card, and I actually enjoyed building this. I'd say one of the worst problems of the deck is opening up Deep Sea Diva, and there is 6 copies of her in the deck, including the search card. But, you know, if you don't open a tuner to make Hulk or anything like that, and, you know, just Diva in general, honestly, you're not going to get the ball rolling as much as you'd like. You can still, you know, make an okay board for, like, Appaloosa, and, you know, Herald and Dragster. Like, there are plays and combos here. They're just not as efficient, I'd say, in this build comparable to the hand loop that you're trying to go for. I see another flaw is also, you know, you can't search the field spell out of terraforming besides terraforming and set rotation. That is, you know, a flaw. I'm gonna point that out. Saryuja helps dig for it, but like I said, it can't play around Nibiru. If you want to make Appaloosa first, you can try. That's pretty easy to do in this deck. And honestly, this deck does play around stuff, but, you know, opening Nibiru and, like, if your opponent opens, like, 3 hand traps, of course we're going to have problems. That's just how it is with decks like these. But overall, I enjoyed playing this. It got me some wins here and there online, and, you know, thank you all for watching. Go ahead and harpoon that like button and harpoon that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later.